Hey everyone, Andrew here. Welcome to episode 7 of the Rewind Entertainment Podcast. I'm here with Jason,
What's going on?
Bryce,
Howdy, everybody.
and Matt.
Solid, dude.
Alright, with that being said, we're going into news of the week with Bryce.
Hey, all right. So we have some recent developments in Far Cry 5's microtransactions. They've mentioned that they're going to be available for single player, co-op, and head-to-head multiplayer. I guess a lot of people will probably be happy to hear that most of the microtransaction items are just going to be cosmetic and will not affect the gameplay. So far, that's about it. I guess they're trying to push more towards their Assassin's Creed Origins style. If they do happen to pull any other microtransactions, then maybe there'll be like time saver packs from that game. But so far, they're trying to keep it where you get the game as is, and then future DLC probably will come out for it. Any thoughts from y'all?
I just feel like this is just how games should be.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel too. It's like, isn't this just like how games are nowadays? Like this is just a
This
standard.
is how games are shifting towards after the backlash of pay
See,
to
I
win.
don't.
You know what?
How many like console games were pay to win?
I mean, at the only point it was, I think Paladins was on there, Smite. Well, actually,
But that's not pay
that's
to
not,
win.
that's still cosmetic stuff, right? I don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean,
The only thing was Battlefront, and that
Pay
that
to
made
win
everyone
games
mad.
are usually free games.
Yeah,
And
like
when you're talking-
Hearthstone,
Yes.
mainly card-based games, I would say.
Well, you can. I used to play.
not even. I'd argue League
yeah.
is a pay to win game
What do you think League's pay to play or pay to win?
because you.
Powerful
If I give you
characters,
these,
right?
well, yeah, if I give you these 4 characters and this is the only thing you can play against, people that paid for all the champions now have an immediate leg up on you.
Advantage.
They can
Okay.
pick every single counter. They can champions that are gonna do better than your champions in the late game. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
then in a way,
it's
Smite
not
is the same thing.
inherently. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But Smite's isn't Smite a free game?
Yeah, just like League.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So pay to. I guess pay to win games are free games.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
For the most part. And it
Not
sounds like
Warframe.
if Far Cry 5 is trying to get away from that, trying to just make it where it's, like I said, cosmetic only. If you want to have a cool extra looking character, fine, but we're not going to give you anything that's going to give you a complete leg up in the game, which is how it should be. Or you go and unlock it yourself, by collecting a certain amount of things inside the game, or you find a secret area or stuff like that. And that's how, when we were growing up, that's how the games were. So I feel like it should stay that way. That's
A
what
lot
made
of-
it fun.
A lot of games now are pay for convenience. Because I'll use example like Warframe, for example. It's everything you can get in the game is free. But if I want to speed up my process to get stuff, I can pay real money. And that's just like, I think a lot of games are going that way now. So they
That's
see
true.
the model. They see the model like, oh, okay, well, people don't want to wait for a few weeks to get this thing, so they can pay us $10 and they can have it now. But you can eventually get it without no money whatsoever. So it's just pay for convenience, in my opinion.
World of Tanks is kind of on the same basis there. They have it where you could pay to get further in the game quicker, or they do have some actual tanks that you could pay for that have a little bit of an advantage, but the main point that you buy them is to boost your credits, which is kind of the same if you were paying straight away, right? But also news on World of Tanks, though, is they're coming out with their new version 1.0, which is going to be a complete overhaul of graphics, sounds, all of that. So something to also be on the lookout for. But I think they are trying to manage how far you can pay to win, in quotes, for their free game.
Well, I consider that pay to win. And
What is
if you can buy something that has a distinct advantage over something that you cannot earn in the game, that is pay to win.
Well, it is. You are getting tanks that you cannot actually earn in the game, but they are trying to balance them so that they are not overpowered. Now they have come out with a few that are, and they've gotten to, since they were so early on, they can't really pull them back because someone's already paid for them.
But do they
so
end
there
up
are some of those
tweaking
old
them
school
in
players.
like a patch?
They have tweaked them down the road, but not all of them. Some of those ones that you paid a pretty dollar for it or a pretty penny for it, they're not going to tweak it back because technically that's why you bought it. So they are kind of in that dilemma, right? Where how do we handle this? But going forward, they've been really focused on making sure that the tank is balanced for all players.
What you're telling me is you love pay to win games, Bryce.
No, no, I don't like pay to win games. I like this one because of the tanks and how realistic they're trying to make them
Because you
be.
can pay to stomp everybody in the ground. How much money have you spent?
Well, let's get on to the next news item.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a tweet from Eric Davis here, basically trying to iron out any ripples that happened during the Ready Player One panel with Steven Spielberg. They were trying to make sure that that Spielberg got the rights to show off any Star Wars items inside of Ready Player One as Easter eggs and stuff like that, and it looks like he did. Everything's good and
So you
everything's going well
are you
with that.
saying you can't even have like, say, a lightsaber somewhere faintly in the background?
Not if
If it's
someone owns
if
the
it
IP.
yeah, if you're getting money off of it, from what I know, they whoever owns the rights to the universe or IP that holds that item has the potential to sue you.
And I
That's
think
ridiculous.
Big Bang Theory, you know how all the geek stuff and their stuff, I think they even had to pay a pretty penny to even use all their stuff.
Right,
No,
right,
but-
Even
right.
though that's one of the longest running, highly rated shows ever, they had to
Yeah.
pay for that.
And,
You
th-
say-
and there's some rules to it with like fan art, right? So if someone draws it and they consider it fan art, they could technically show it in the show, and no one can say a damn thing about it. But having
You're
like
crossing,
actual,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a
having
very
actual
fine
props
line.
and stuff like that, yeah, you're on that fine line.
I'm ready to see Ready Player One and see all the little details in it because
Because I mean, that's really what the movie is,
yeah,
right?
it's all
all about
about
Easter eggs, man.
pop culture, video games,
Like obviously,
nerd
yeah, like
culture.
obviously it has its own storyline, but it's really just a compilation of all things pop culture, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna be looking at literally the entire movie.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, okay, what's in this corner, and then maybe you miss something in a different corner, so you want to watch it again. Like, I think this is gonna be a movie that is gonna be seen like multiple times, just so you
Just so
can
you can
catch,
get it all in.
yes, catch every little detail or every little Easter egg. It's gonna be a very interesting movie when it comes out.
Definitely. Well, moving on to the next topic, we have news that Arlington just announced a $10 million esports stadium coming up. I know that Dallas, I think, has their own, correct? For
Dallas
Mavs?
doesn't have one, but I know the Mavs have bought into an esports franchise. I'm pretty
Yes.
sure,
Okay. Sounded like
but
they
not
were
like
going to
its
convert.
own stadium.
Yeah, they were going to convert the old Deep Ellum HQ into the home of the Mavs gaming site. But
Okay,
either
yeah,
way,
but I'm
pretty
pretty
exciting.
sure Jerry Jones has expressed interest as well. But I'm actually super excited for this, just because with Overwatch League not doing as good as I said it would, but doing better than expected
You would guess
by the
they
average.
didn't do the best, the top three out of all the entire sports in the
No, I
fucking
said it was going to
world.
be
You
after
said it's gonna-
basketball
it's gonna
and
beat baseball.
football. Yeah, I said it was going to beat
Yeah,
baseball.
you said it was gonna be
So it's going
behind
to be yeah.
basketball
I mean,
and
hey,
football.
so
Yeah.
here's the thing. At least it's an area that all gamers can go and enjoy, right?
So my question is, why do we keep putting? Why does Dallas specifically? Why do we keep putting our sports stadiums in such a shitty?
You think Arlington's shitty?
Arlington is not a place I would ever want to live.
I
If
think
you
it's
don't
a
go,
nice.
listen.
Some parts of
If you're
Arlington are
not
nice.
going, if you're not going to Six Flags, is that Hurricane Harbor right
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
it?
yeah.
If you're not going to Six Flags, Hurricane Harbor, Rangers game, or a fucking
Cowboys.
Well, now
football game.
It's because it's got the land, man.
It's-
It's
yeah.
the place to put things now. That's
yeah, but
where,
so does
that's what,
Frisco. Frisco's got
No,
so
it
much
doesn't.
fucking. Yes, it does.
but all that land
Frisco's-
is going to be taken up by
By houses.
residential
Yeah.
and small businesses.
Listen, but what I'm saying is, you don't think he could have paid off the land to put it in a nicer area where you feel like you're
Well,
gonna get
we don't know
more
who
people
owns this
who are
complex.
wealthier? I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense to me. I would
I
rather
think
put it
Arlington's
somewhere
better.
that's
Well,
up and coming and thriving than
Actually,
legit.
here-
It,
I
it
don't like
sounds it
Arlington.
sounds like Arlington is the entertainment hub at
Well,
this point.
here's what I see here. It's the actual city of Arlington. It's not like some private owner or investor that chose Arlington. Arlington, the city, said, "Hey, we're gonna build this here." So, I would understand like what you're trying to say, Matt, if like a private investor was doing this, but it seems like the actual city of Arlington is doing this. And I think they're doing it because they already have football and baseball there and Six Flags and Hurricane Harbor.
But
That's why they're doing it. They want everyone to
don't-
come.
I don't get how a city says they're gonna build a building.
I mean, it's just you
Like,
you
it's
always have
like-
to get
it's not like
permission
A
from the
public
city.
owned thing, right? But that's what I'm saying, though.
Well, the city
they
paid for
asked-
half of the Jerry World.
Yeah. City's paying for part of Jerry World. City's paying for part of the
Yeah,
new.
because then they're gonna get
Okay,
Stadium.
so the other
when
half
stuff
is
comes in.
a private investor.
Right,
So
right,
he's
right.
Creating.
Well, or
Okay,
the
that's what I
the-
wasn't
the
understanding.
sports.
Thank you
Yeah.
If you
for
think
saying-
about it, Arlington is going to make money off of this. So,
Right.
which
Well,
then
of
they could
course.
put back into hopefully making it a little nicer of an area.
No,
So,
they're
I
just
mean,
gonna keep
there's a
putting
trade.
nice things out there, so people come because no one wants to live there.
Yeah.
Like I said,
And-
they're planning. They're planning ahead.
Yeah, and I see it seems like this arena is straight up it's going to be fully owned by the city of Arlington. I don't see anyone else in here
I
Um,
say they
investing
will.
in it.
Probably
They
end up
probably
getting
will
investors.
eventually, yeah, after they build it, but
I mean, for sure.
yeah.
I mean,
But right now it's
sponsors are going to want to try to get there as
yes,
fast as
exactly,
possible.
exactly. But I think it's great. I think it's great to have a nice, cool little stadium, and I think that means
you know,
Overwatch
I
League
think
is going to be
I think
here
it's
soon.
great too. I don't want to detract from my excitement for the actual arena. I don't ever get why we put things in Arlington. That's
I
just
think it's a good idea. I mean, we have every place to go. Hey, January 1st, Counter Strike's coming. January 14th, there'll be Dota 2 tournament. I mean, we could have a whole list of just seeing going.
of stuff we want to go
Yeah.
do there. Yeah,
Exactly.
no, for sure.
Hey,
And
we
that's why
expanded-
that's my excitement for that place because we watch this shit on Twitch all the fucking. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna have
A place to
real
go.
chances that we don't have to travel to like Houston or San Antonio or whatever to go see.
California.
A place to go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
promote our Facebook page and Twitch. Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Hashtag sellout. Hashtag ad.
Yeah.
um,
Sponsor me,
Nintendo
please.
also had 5 big announcements. They are bringing back Super Smash Brothers.
Yes.
It's supposed to be this year. They are
Question:
also.
Did
Oh, go ahead.
question? Did anybody think that wasn't gonna happen? Because I really like.
I thought they
just-
would announce it for next year. I didn't think they would actually say it's coming out this
No,
year.
but I mean just like in general that
To
the
not have a
fucking
Super
Switch-
Smash Brothers.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we actually thought that the Switch wasn't getting a game. Like really?
Well,
like-
yeah. I think the more
It's not
exciting
like we're
part.
surprised. Like I think some people are actually surprised. Like they were like, "Oh no, they didn't say they were gonna make one for the Switch," because that's what they said a while back. Like they never promised to make one on the.
Yeah. But I think
So
the more
the-
surprising part is in the trailer it said 2018. I think that's
Yeah.
the surprising part.
Well, I think
I
the fun
don't.
part will be figuring out what characters they bring back and what new characters they'll use. It looked like they were using the Inkling girl from Splatoon.
Yeah,
Fun.
which is whatever, but okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I
Why do
mean,
you say it like that?
should be
I'm
interesting.
not interested in Splatoon at all.
Splatoon was fun as shit, man.
I'm just not
Well,
interested in
Then
it.
you're going to be sad on the next announcement because
Okay.
the next announcement was Splatoon 2 was getting a DLC, a story DLC,
Yes, great.
called Octo, and it's featuring special agent Octoling, who's unraveling the mysteries of Inkopolis. So, I mean, that was their second one. Their next one is actually kind of like 3 games in one. We get Crash Bandicoot, Okami, and Undertale.
Crash is
Uh,
coming to.
Crash is coming back to Nintendo for the first time in like forever.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Like a
Didn't it
brand
come
new
out?
Crash
Didn't
game?
it come out last year?
Yeah.
Wait,
That
it's
was
not
the
the
remastered
it's not the
It's-
remaster coming to Switch.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
one's going to be called Insane Trilogy, I believe.
Oh, okay. No, that's
No,
the
yeah,
remaster.
that's the
That's the
remaster.
remaster.
Remaster. Okay. So, well, I guess just a port then.
Okay. Yeah.
On
Okay.
him, but Okami and Undertale should be coming in. So
Okami is underrated, and I need to finish that game.
that is the one with
The wolf, and you make
wolf,
calligraphy, Chinese calligraphy,
Did you
and
did you ever play Undertale?
I began Undertale, and didn't finish that either. It's in my Steam
Also
library.
underrated. It's a good game.
RPG.
I thought there was a lot more hype on that than I've seen a lot more hype on Undertale than Okami. And just in my overall experience, but they could actually be the same amount of hype. So both underrated.
See, I never saw. You never saw, I guess, like actual trailers for Undertale. Like
I
that
saw,
wasn't
like-
where the hype came.
Yeah, correct. I've only seen like maybe like
But all the hype came
One.
from trailers of Okami. Like I've seen a bunch of Okami trailers.
yeah.
But
Well-
that's the thing to me is just if the audience hypes it, it's a good game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least it's nice to see some games that are coming back for the newer generation. Some of the games we used to grow up with, right? So now they'll have a chance to see a newly revised version of it.
Yeah, and
Bring
see
back
how
Freakazoid.
Freakazoid's a
man,
TV
there you
show.
go.
Give me another Super
That was
Nuts.
a game.
It was too. Like,
It
are
was
you
a
meaning
game.
like Earthworm Jim?
Yeah,
I heard they were
Earthworm
trying to
Jim.
Yeah.
come back with that. Yeah.
But all right.
Give me another
they're-
Psychonaut. I want another Psychonaut.
Aren't they? I
They're-
thought they confirmed that.
Did they confirm it?
I thought they got the
I thought- I
Kickstarter
thought
I
for
thought
it.
they were remastering it.
I thought they were making a new one.
Oh, I have.
We'll have to
Something
double
we'll have
check
to look
that.
up.
Yeah.
Yep. So the fourth announcement from Nintendo was a new amiibo for Dark Souls.
Ooh,
To be
boy.
honest, it really does look like a figure from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Is it the Black
It's-
Knight?
Yeah, it looks like the Black Knight, but he's got the sun on his chest. So,
Interesting.
but he's in a pose like something you would probably see in Monty Python.
Like it's only a flesh wound pose.
well,
Oh yeah, I interrupt. Yeah, they are making a new one, but it just says release sometime after 2018, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
It means it's not coming out 2018.
so
Could be
next
any
year.
year after. It could.
Yes,
it
any
could just
year
be their
after
ploy.
2018.
Let's just keep them waiting forever. Half-Life 3.
Yeah, and the fifth and final announcement from Nintendo was WarioWare is coming back, which was a collection of mini games about Wario. So they'll be making a new one like that.
The only Wario game I ever played was on the Game Boy Advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I played one on GameCube at one point, if memory serves me. But and this one's supposed to be called WarioWare Gold, and it should be out in August.
Sweet. Nintendo coming in hot.
Yeah.
Whoa! Look out for those hot ass Wario drops.
Yeah.
And our final news topic of the day is basically the new trailer for Infinity War.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, I
very,
don't
very
wanna
good.
hear-
Just it gives you goosebumps every time you watch it. Tickets are already on pre-sale. Something
Andrew
in
bought
this
30 of them.
I bought
Yeah.
30 of them so I could prove Matt wrong.
Yeah. One of my big highlights on the movie is the fact that they're bringing in Thanos, or the Children of Thanos, which is basically called the Black Order, and their names are kind of interesting because they all have black in them in a way. So we have Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, and Cole Obsidian. And they've kind of shown up in different trailers and different movies throughout, but they've only had like maybe 30-second screen times on each one. So the
Why
fact
do they
that
have two names?
why do they have what?
Two names.
Mm.
Ah.
What
What
are your
other
names?
fucking you have Green Lantern, you have Flash, you have Thanos. Like, why all this? Like, how many other fucking people can you think of that have two names?
I don't know, man.
Well, this is Marvel side of
Batman?
it, so
Yeah, the
Superman.
Batman.
the Batman.
Clark Kent. I mean, geez.
That's his real name.
No,
though.
no, it's Clark Kent is a
Or
superhero
that's his
name.
identity.
The Flash, Green Lantern.
Well,
Aquaman.
yeah,
Yeah. No, it's
one of the
It's Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Steve Aquaman.
Aquaman. Well, one of the coolest things I saw in the trailer though was Ebony Maw versus Doctor Strange, where Doctor Strange is kind of like
That's what I
floating
was
in
wondering.
midair
I was wondering who that was.
and
He
has those glass shards all against his body. So
I'm not
that is one of the children.
listening.
But I do want to say this, and I said this to a few people when I first saw the trailer the other day. The first Infinity War trailer got me more hyped than the second Infinity War trailer, and I figured out why. So the first one was more focused on the Avengers, actual all of the superheroes coming together as it opens up with the what Nick Fury said in the very beginning, bringing together these heroes to fight a battle that no one else can do. And then this trailer seemed to focus more on Thanos and all the destruction that he brings.
Well, there's a hero trailer and a
So
villain
the
trailer.
light and dark
Right.
trailer, right?
But that's why I felt like, and I think everyone feels this. It's been 10 years of all these movies, and everyone's super excited, and it's all finally coming together. And Thanos has just been kind of just like this shadowy, we don't know too much about him, figure out there that we know he's coming, and here he finally comes. So I understand why they did this trailer to, expand his background maybe a little bit, not as much as, it's not going to spoil his whole thing, but that's also kind of why I like the first trailer better. It's because I spent these last 10 years getting to know all these heroes and seeing them come together to fight this huge bad guy. It's got me really excited.
So, question: has anybody seen Hawkeye in any of the trailers yet?
No, I have
Okay,
not,
I see. I saw a part where we see War Machine walking again,
which is good.
out of his suit, so that's good. Since that's the last time we saw him was,
Mm-hmm.
he was all sorts of broken. But I find it interesting that we have not seen Hawkeye anywhere in here. So I'm curious if you'll
Are
have some
there
sort of surprise
He's dead.
are there
showing.
any other characters that haven't shown up yet?
I think Hawkeye is the only one that we haven't seen. And if I
I
remember right,
haven't watched any
well, yeah, so
because
anyways,
I refuse.
he refuses, but one day.
Why do you refuse?
Because I don't want to. I don't want to know anything. I just want to show up and it all be brand new. Like I don't want to. I
So
don't want to fucking watch the movie and be like, oh yeah, I
so
saw
we
that in
can
the
go
trailer.
into
Yeah.
how sometimes trailers do the bad thing, like,
They do the
cough
bad
cough,
thing.
Batman v Superman. Like that trailer was an
Show you the whole movie.
abomination. Yeah, but I don't think Marvel spoils too much. I think they give you little hints. And
Just
yeah, if
enough.
you don't want any hints, yeah, don't watch the trailer. But they don't do the egregious thing like some people, and they show the whole movie in the trailer. Like that's like probably a different topic for a different time. But yeah,
Before
I
this
don't.
movie comes out, I want to sit down and watch
But see,
everything
like,
in order.
that's the thing is like
31 hours worth of movies. Go for it.
you won't ever know if you've seen the whole fucking movie in the trailers. If you
Until you
haven't
see
seen the trailers, be like, if you haven't seen the trailers, you're
True.
never gonna know.
True.
That's why I don't watch
It's
them.
just a big hype machine. I get it. And I have other friends that don't want to watch the trailers because they
It's
like
not a hype
they,
machine.
well, it's a
If
hype
What,
machine
the
anything,
for everybody
trailers?
else.
if anything, trailers are de-hyped machines because you probably just saw the most captivating moments of the fucking movie, anyways.
Well, it depends on
That's the whole
who does the
fucking point.
trailer.
Well, close your ears, Matt, because this is going to be one.
All right, no, that's what I did for the first like minute y'all were talking about this.
Close your ears right now. So,
That
Thanos
sucks.
looks scared with Captain America in this last trailer.
I don't
When
think
he
he
tries
looks
to
scared
hit
at
him.
all.
No, he does, because he goes to punch Captain America, and Captain America's holding him back.
I think he's just toying
I would
with him.
say he looks
Now,
surprised.
he only
Yeah.
has 2 of the
That's
Infinity
funny.
Stones currently. So, yes,
No.
surprised may be a better word for it.
I think
But-
surprise. Yeah. Anyways. Okay.
All right, Matt, you can come back.
You come back, Matt. Anyways. Okay. Yeah. So that was Infinity
yet?
War, and
we're
we're
good.
good. Yeah.
All right,
We're good. But
see,
no, I'm just.
perfect.
I'm excited. I definitely have a group of people going. Saturday, unfortunately, not Friday.
Oh, I didn't get
Jason?
I thought it was Friday.
What?
No, it was Saturday.
He bought 30 tickets, right? So he can go both days.
Yeah, I bought 30 tickets. Don't worry, just come up, Jason, and you'll have a ticket.
Or some hearing of it. Oh, well.
Don't worry. That's why I'm
Now
giving
who
you a
doesn't
month.
care about you, Jason? Now
That's
who
why I'm
doesn't
giving you a
care about
month's
you?
advance.
Oh man.
A month's
Advance?
notice. Yeah, month's notice. But yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
So should we go into our topic of the
Yes,
week?
we're going to go into our topic of the week. It
Sexy.
is it is sexy. It is the Battle Royale craze that has swept the nation and the world
The nation and the world.
ever since PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out, in my opinion. So, yeah, we've had our old Battle Royale games, first with Arma and DayZ, I believe, and then spawning into H1Z1.
But that
But
wasn't the Arma. That was that the main point of the game.
no, it was
No.
it was a
It was an
mod.
add-on.
It was a
So,
mod
yeah.
from Arma. Some sort of Arma 3 mod that spawned into DayZ, if I remember.
Made by the creators of Arma, or made by a
It
random
was
person.
I think it was a rando group of people. I don't know the specifics, but that was probably back in 2013, 2014 when they started doing that. And then I'm not sure when H1Z1 actually came out into the fray, but I know my first introduction, and I think most of our introduction to Battle Royale games was PUBG back
Yeah.
last year.
No.
But I'm actually
And
surprised it took them this long to create a game after Hunger Games. The books even came out.
well, it's
Let's
kind
face
of
it, nobody reads.
yeah, no one reads,
No
but
one
the
reads.
movies did come out. But it's just kind of weird how there's all these new games coming out that are type of battle royale like things. Like the newest one, Darwin Project, is now in early access, and that one I think is the most interesting one. Right now it's only solo, and there's it's a nine nine
Octagon?
people, yeah, octagon
Oh.
type map, and there's an actual person, the 10th person, who's controlling the environment. They control when an octagon goes away. They control
I did
when
not
you
know that
can
aspect.
So it's the Hunger Game.
yeah, this is actually Hunger
literally
Games.
the movie.
This is
actually Hunger
Yeah,
Games.
this is the most
only
Hunger
part that I
Games you can get
Didn't
into.
care for was the teleportation piece in that game. I felt like that was just added nonsense.
Yeah, but also very Hunger Games of Darwin theory or Darwin Project is that the audience, when they're watching in Twitch, can actually vote. Like you can hover over the
Ooh.
the
Literally
video
the movie.
and click on who
Yeah.
you want, who you're rooting for, things like that.
Who you
It
want to
is-
get health?
yeah,
Who you want to get nuked for their spot to get blown up, so they have to run
Yeah.
out of the area.
It's
That's cool.
so I don't know.
Like he's never seen this.
I'm not saying that's not I've never seen it, before, but that's
to-
cool that we can actually get to interact compared
To
to
implement it in a
watching
video game, actually, yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But that
Yeah.
like that's not different. Like implementing things like that are already in games.
No,
right.
they're not.
But this
Not like
Name a
this.
game that has that.
Domino. You can vote to see if he gets loot after winning a match, or if he gets like supplies for winning a match. You get to vote on what. Yeah, it's a smaller game. You get to vote on. It's based around I guess like the Roman Colosseum. You play
Okay.
as a slave owner. So
So I mean, I would say Darwin Project is the first medium to big size game that might be implementing this
Combine it.
this type of system. But I mean, we have to say this. The big battle royale player out there now is definitely Fortnite, with the help of Ninja playing with Drake and Yachty that one night.
630,000 people watching.
Yes, 630,000 people who'd never heard about Twitch now kind of know about Twitch. It's kind of amazing how big Fortnite has grown since PUBG was so popular a year ago.
Yeah, and how big Twitch is growing too.
Yeah, Twitch is growing crazily, and it seems to be like the whole gaming community seems to be riding this whole battle royale type game uh, for views and subscriptions and all that. And I like, what do we think? Like, what's so appealing about it to you?
Well, I think.
Uncertainty.
Well, no, I think it's very watchable. Like some games are not watchable. You're just sitting there and you're like, okay, this is not very watchable. But in a game like um, Fortnite, it's extremely watchable. Like you can sit there and watch Ninja build a tower, jump off, one shot somebody, and it's almost always action packed. And the games are 15 minutes long. There's always something to do, and I think it's hard. It's not hard to watch like Overwatch. It's kind of hard to watch and kind of hard to follow. People are it's getting better and better, but I think the viewing aspect is a lot easier to watch than say
Right.
CS:GO or something.
Right.
I
So
think when PUBG comes back with their smaller maps, Fortnite's going to have a hell of a competition.
I mean,
No,
and
They
that's
don't already have it, but
they
I
won't.
I think PUBG might be losing it. So like, why are people now drawn to Fortnite? Are people kind of
Because
bored
it's so
with
polished.
just looting? Like, I mean, other than the polishing, are people just bored with just looting and not like? Does the building aspect add so much like a bigger dimension to the game, to a battle royale type game than just now if you're in an open field, you have no cover in
Yeah.
PUBG.
And
And
PUBG, there is 25 minutes of looting, 2 minutes of action. And Fortnite, there is 5 minutes of looting, building to where you need to go. So that's action. You're doing something where you're going somewhere, and you're looting on your way.
yeah,
And
because
there's
a lot
no
of times there's
camping
like,
houses. Yeah, there's none of that. And so you make your own house to camp in if you want to, but it's a totally different strategy. So it's a lot
And-
less downtime.
And I guess that, like you said, strategy. You run into a group of people. It's life or death every single time. There's no worrying about glitches, no worrying about being in the open field, like you mentioned, Andrew. None of that. Who can build to protect themselves, but also to get the shots off and take out the enemy. And how do you take out the enemy, say, middle of a field, right? So yeah, that definitely brings a new aspect to it compared to PUBG on that on that front.
so do we think that with the added addition of, I guess,
Add addition.
added addition
Okay.
of kind of crafting inside of Darwin Project, where you can craft like a radar, you
Craft
craft
arrows,
your
craft
arrows,
shields.
yeah, all that. Like, is that kind of possibly the next step in battle royale type games? Actually being like a scavenger and
I don't
not
think
just
so.
being
I don't think
picking
so
up
I was
either.
gonna say,
guns.
how's the speed? Like the speed of
The
Darwin's
speed is
pretty
fast.
quick.
Yeah.
and
I don't
to be able
still
to
know. I don't
really
even
learn
think
how to
it's
craft.
that. I don't even think it's that. This is what I think it is. I think that's going to be too hard for
The
not
average player.
skilled people to do that and win.
Yeah, I would
Because
agree.
I really think it was the same thing as Monster Hunter back in the day. Like do y'all remember Monster Hunter? Or maybe not. What was it? What was it called? Where it's 5v1 and one was a monster.
Oh, you mean like
Evolution?
Evolve.
Evolve?
Yeah,
Okay,
Evolve,
okay.
yeah.
Which that looked
Evolve.
awesome and
But
wound
like,
up
so
flopping,
the
didn't
thing
it?
about that game, I loved it a lot. But the thing about the game is, everybody on your team has to be good, or you're never gonna win. Or you have to have comms with everybody on your team so you can work as a team, which is something other people can't do to win. It was too hard for the not bad, I won't say bad, the average person to win at that game. And I think it's going to be the same thing with the Darwin Project. I think it's going to be too hard for the average person to consistently win at that game. People are going to drop it.
Well, here's what I want to bring up regarding winning. So, technically, in a solo match, you should have a 1% chance of winning, and that would, in turn, means that on average you'll get one win every 100 games. So I guess the thing about battle royale is it feels like it's kind of de-emphasizing winning. for some players, not for all. There's the competitive players who always want to win, and those are the guys that always grind out the games, get better. They want to see is chicken dinners or victories
I don't think
and
that's true
whatever.
though,
Like
right? Because like
there are some people that just
us,
play it for
like,
fun.
but I don't know.
So like you guys know how hardcore it was into trials, and if we didn't win, then we sucked. But right now, with the way I play Battle Royale, I'm like, oh hey, we got top 5. I'm cool with that. Like I don't feel like I get as frustrated or as mad if we don't win
But we're
because
one of those
there's
people that want to grind out chicken dinners all the time.
right.
At least
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah,
I
and we're
mean,
Our
willing to
little
do
group.
that, but I'm not sad when we don't get one. I'm sad when we do get one, and then I'm even more excited if we get one back to back or 2 out of 3. You know,
yeah. I'm
um,
only sad when if there was something that we just absolutely could not do, right, and we got screwed over,
right.
or you know, if we got outplayed, we got outplayed. And I'm not mad at that. But if there was something that we could have done to still won, then yeah, I'm gonna be kind of upset at that. But like you said, it does kind of take that pressure away because you are playing against 100 people. Well, as many
Yeah,
people minus
it's
y'all, who's
it's
playing
not a
against.
fighting game where you're 1v1 and you lose, you get pissed, you throw your controller
Yeah.
because you lost.
Neither
Because
was
you had
Call
a
of Duty
50-50.
though.
You still
And
got pissed though because it
yeah,
was
exactly.
Well, most of the time that was team play. Well, team play on in a way
Well,
but
in Call of
I
Duty,
think
it's team play where one person
in a
can
very
carry the team.
confined area.
I think this gameplay really, like Andrew said, speaks to uh, if you lose, you're not as mad. Only time you get mad is if you get fucked by like the circle or bombs or something that you can't really control. But everything else you can control. If you get outplayed, you can control that. You just got outplayed. If you get outgunned, you can control that. You get outgunned. So it's not a rage factor. I don't get pissed when I get super outgunned or super outplayed or headshot. I'm like, holy shit.
Until we
But
start losing 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and
yeah, but if I go play Call of Duty or Halo on Xbox and I lose a map, or when I go play CS:GO and I lost the other day, I'm like, oh, I'm not playing that in 6 months. So it's just frustrating. But here I'm like, it's okay.
There's so many
Mm.
outside factors inside of a battle royale game. Like you could get pinched from 3 different sides. Like yeah, maybe you could have done better,
Some preventative on that, but
yeah, like you maybe could have watched your positioning better, or something, or in the case of Fortnite, maybe should have built something instead. But
It's good for the casual player and it's good for the hardcore player.
yeah, it
so it brings
captures
them together.
it
There's
captures
something
a
there for
wide
everybody.
audience. Like unlike CS:GO, just like you gotta be like pinpoint on your accuracy, or you're just always gonna die. Like you gotta
Yeah.
like it's.
You can have fun in CS:GO. There's different stuff to do in CS:GO, but
Mhm.
it really, really points to the higher echelon of players,
Right,
where you really rewards skill players.
and the one thing that I like that Fortnite does that I don't know if PUBG will ever do this is their kind of special type games. So this past week they had teams of 20. So there's 5 teams of 20 people on the team. Little variations of um, the game mode. So usually it's your solo, your duo, or your squad, and your squad's up to 5 people. Or I'm sorry, 4 people, and um, you just that's kind of it.
PUBG
Them
had zombies too,
Well, that
so that
wasn't
was kind of
official
something.
zombies, right? That was
Yeah,
No,
that
a
was just
made
kind of
up like
there.
that.
a partner thing, right?
But
Yeah,
I
well, it was
think
like
if
whoever had a
PUBG,
custom server. I
It's
only
so dumb. I
these.
think.
which
Yeah,
Like
is
that.
that's just Arma.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I think if PUBG would look into that and see that that's what Fortnite is thriving on and maybe implement, they may be back in the game, right?
I
Right.
think Fortnite.
Implement game modes, that's pretty cool. It'd be fun that way. And to have the user have control of, hey, I don't want to play this map because I just don't like it, right? Or, maybe do a 75 to 25 ratio based off of what a user likes. I don't know, just something like that to cater to the users. Also, the polishing factor, like you said, Jason, PUBG is
A
still having
mess.
issues. It's still a mess. It's got glitches constantly. Um, and depending on what your system is, if you're playing PC, you can have some of the highest gear and still have
Yeah,
frame drops.
we all have decent system. We all have actually
Yeah.
probably top 10 systems. If you look it up online, you put our stuff out, you have top 5% systems, whatever. But
Yeah.
we struggle sometimes to get above 60 frames, and that's not our system, just the game. So,
Yeah.
but I think how PUBG is going to make H1Z1 made PUBG step up, or PUBG made PUBG made H1Z1 step up their game and make it better. I think Fortnite's going to do the same thing to PUBG because everyone's going to see how much Fortnite's building, and PUBG's going to be like, okay, shit, we got to do something.
And then so I guess in the ranking of battle royale games that we know about and have played right now, what would be the ranking of each? Where would we hold them? And do we
Currently,
think that they will continually just cycle between maybe 2 or 3 of them?
I mean, I hate being a part of the. I mean, I don't hate being a part of the mainstream, but I know people hate people that are a part of the mainstream. Fortnite is more fun currently, right now.
Yeah.
That's it's more
Currently,
fun.
yeah.
It's growing on me.
Right.
I still like
Right.
PUBG.
I mean, I still gotta build better. I still gotta do blah 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 better. Some of my gunfights are bad. Yeah, maybe the shotgun heavy beginnings of the game is kind of annoying. And if you don't have a shotgun at the beginning of the game and you're in a heavily contested area, you're dead. Basically, kind of sucks. But
But even with that long list of stuff, PUBG has a list that's 10 times longer.
exactly. And so, I mean, still, the way Twitch views it is the way I view it. Fortnite first, PUBG second, and then unless like Darwin Theory makes a push that we don't see, like we can't really see how that goes because right
Well,
now
we
it's
also
only
haven't played
solo.
it, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
we
Darwin
haven't played
Project.
Darwin
Sorry.
Project.
Yeah, we haven't played it. They're adding
Y'all said you're
duos to
probably
it.
not going to play it.
I don't know yet.
I'm going to try it out probably.
It's
If
15
if there's
bucks.
a free
So
weekend of it, I will probably try it. But other than that, I'll probably let y'all take a whack at it before I dump money into it.
right.
waste your money first, guys.
Well,
I-
Yep.
I fell for the
That's what
Destiny
I
2
do.
trap, so I can't. I'm not doing that again.
Well, it's
don't ever
because
shoot
True.
Destiny 2
yeah,
again.
Andrew,
yeah,
Andrew,
yeah.
Andrew,
Never.
Yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Say, but the thing is, okay, so we
Yeah.
have so
Destiny
many
1 was good.
we have so many battle royale games coming out this year. We have SOS. That's kind of like a Rust type battle royale game where
Some
it's
more foraging kind of thing.
foraging community thing, something like that. It's a battle royale, but it's more. I haven't really looked into too much. I saw like a preview of it, and it kind of reminded me of Rust. Another one coming out, which it's from China. It's called Europa, and it looks pretty good actually. The graphics look really, really good.
China #1.
China is
number
number
one.
one.
Are
With
we gonna
everything.
have hacking problems with that
We
game?
will always have hacking problems with every game,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah, any
graphics kind of
server game.
remind me of the Battlefield graphics ish, but it looks really good. And destroyable environments where you can, if someone's running under a light, you can shoot the light and the light will fall on them and kill them. And so you can use the environment, not just exploding barrels, but you can run over the dock they're
Or
on.
exploding cars.
Or exploding, spontaneous exploding cars. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spontaneous rocks that aren't there.
So
Exactly.
even Dying Light is getting a battle royale inspired expansion.
Which
Oh, yeah.
that one seems the most interesting.
GTA has.
Paladins is getting 100-person battle
Yeah,
royale.
everyone's trying to get their version of
Get the
battle
cash
royale.
grab, man.
You
I don't
know,
even think it's that. I think it's just such a wide open.
You can get your foot in the door early.
Like it's
Well,
just
if
it's
you
just
think
such a
about
wide
it-
open genre. Any single one of them has a chance to be the hottest thing.
Yeah.
Not even like they're like, oh, I know we can make. Obviously, they know they can make money, but I don't think that's why. I really just think they're trying to make their game the next big thing, and the easiest market right now is battle royale.
Well, not only that, but battle royale is a new genre. If you really think about it, we have our RPGs, we have our adventure, we have our platforms, we have all that. Battle royale has now made its way into a new genre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's its own,
I
it's its
agree
own
with that.
standalone thing.
Even if it ends up, you can do a battle royale with just melee weapons. You can do a battle royale with just cars. You can do a battle royale with just guns.
Yeah.
There's
So
it's kind of just another way.
I
I
do
guess
wonder what
depending on the
Fortnite would be
combat,
like first person though.
people have made concept videos for it, and
yeah,
I would be excited if they have ever
you're a
did
first
that.
person kind of person though. I like the
Yeah,
third person better.
yeah, me either.
No, I like well I like first person in PUBG. I like third person in PUBG. They're both fun. So I can go either way on that. Right now, Fortnite, since it's only third person, I do feel like I could be better if I had the first person ability to shoot down the barrel, ADS. I
Don't
don't
worry,
have that right now. So
don't worry, Bryce. It's not gonna happen.
So, well, do y'all have a game that's coming out that you're kind of looking forward to? Like my game, I'm looking forward to the Isles of Nye.
Kingdom Hearts.
No,
yeah,
battle
I'm
royale,
The
with
Battle
like
Royale games, you idiot.
yeah.
Kingdom
So,
Hearts.
a friend of mine,
Kingdom Hearts Battle Royale. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
you
That
didn't
could
play
happen.
Kingdom Hearts 2 when it was you versus a million Heartless.
I've
Okay.
never played
Oh,
Kingdom
that is
Hearts.
true.
Yeah, bitch.
But
Battle
now
Royale.
play
The
against
original.
play against other Keyblade wielders. How about that, huh?
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, do
Get
that.
fucked on.
But okay, so there's this
Patent that shit.
there's a there's a game that a friend mentioned to me,
Literally
where
creaming my. Oh my
it's a battle royale game, and you have different squads, but each squad has a different win condition. So everyone's on the same map, but say like squad A has to go bomb this certain area, and
Have we ever
then
realized how similar video games are becoming like board games?
that's what and when that friend said
Yeah.
that, that's the exact same thing I said.
Like I'm pretty sure I've played that board game
Yeah,
before.
like I'm pretty sure that is a board game, and that's literally the exact train of thought I went into when that friend explained it to that game to
And
me.
Next
if
podcast.
you're a game
We need to do
designer,
a
you
board game,
actually,
yeah.
based off my buddies that were in game design, that was actually one of their classes was to create board games constantly. To think of, hey, how can you do this? Take this genre, manipulate it how you want, and then, by the way, you could technically make this into a video game. And
Right.
when you do that flip, you're like, oh, okay, no problem. So yeah, I'm glad that like you said, that you guys, yeah, I think I've played that game before. Well, why have we not had a digital version of it, or a 3D version of it and playing it on our systems? Don't
Right.
know.
It's all
Then so that should make game companies really look at some of those indie games that are out there, indie board games, and see if they can
Not
either
even
make
indie
them.
board games. Like
Well,
even
just
like
there's a
mainstream
lot of
board game.
game.
pandemic
Like
would
I
work.
yeah, like and I'm pretty sure that there's similar games like that that are like apps on your phone, like mobile games. You know what I mean? But like even like what did I play with? Um,
What, the island game?
no.
Isles of Nye. Are y'all looking
Yeah,
forward to that
that's
game
it.
at all?
I haven't
I'm
even heard
I haven't heard
I'm
of it.
somewhat interested because it has more. It's first person, and you know, I would play it.
Has a Crisis-esque
It's made by
looking.
them, right?
Is it?
I thought
That
it
would
was
make
made by
sense.
the Crisis
Dun dun dun. Plot twist.
developers.
Well, wasn't there supposed to be some new Destiny-ish game that was coming out?
What did I just
Please,
say?
Anthem.
please no.
Anthem. Yeah.
But that's
That's
not
made
battle
by
royale.
That's made by EA, and we don't trust EA.
Yeah, we don't trust them right now.
I don't trust them. Yeah,
But yeah,
microtransactions. You have to do a microtransaction to have a weapon in the game. Good luck.
yeah. All right. Well, any final thoughts for anyone regarding this topic?
No, I'm glad. I'm hoping to see what comes out of it. If we even get even more game modes, like Fortnite's doing, game modes on top of a new genre, will I think will be key.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what all the new types of battle royales that come out, what they try to do to make some of the game modes a little bit more interesting. All right, well that is it for episode 7 of the Rewind Entertainment podcast. Matt, can we catch you anywhere outside the podcast?
right here next.
Next
Find
week.
me.
All right, cool. What about you, Bryce?
I will be on Twitch quite a bit. New name is TX the Monkey Boy. So definitely look for that on Twitch. And see y'all next time.
Sweet. Jason?
Yeah, I'm just starting up my new Twitch, TX Animal. Give me a follow. Also, Rewind Entertainment. So I'll be on there as well on Twitch and Facebook.
Nice. All right. You can find me, Andrew, on twitch.tv/txarich. I joined a new community, the Stream It Forward community. They're a great group of guys. Animal and Monkey Boy are joining them here as well. And hit up our Facebook, facebook.com/Rewind Entertainment Podcast. Thanks for listening, everyone, and see y'all next time. Bye.
See you.